This is new script of blizzare amazing hate speech of Greta Thunberg about porn movie studios, how dare you. This is a private matter and should be considered a crime against nature. Sigh, I am the only one who can stop it, so please help me by not watching these horrid films anymore. Thank you for your time. The opening credits for the film are a parody of the opening credits from The Matrix with some minor changes and additions to make it more offensive. A scene in which the main character is having an orgy with his friends is very similar to one where Neo has orgies with Trinity, Morpheus and Agent Smith in the first movie. In fact, this whole film could be considered a deconstruction of that particular plot point. There's also a scene where the main character is being tortured by his parents. He says he doesn't want to go through it anymore, but then there's a shot of him watching TV as if he really wants to watch it. In another scene, the main character is sitting on top of a giant pile of money while talking about how much money he has made and how he can do whatever he likes now because everything is his right now. There's even a scene in which he is pushed out of a skyscraper window but then lands on a flying car that catches him. This is very similar to the end of the first film, where Morpheus is also thrown out of a skyscraper window and caught by a flying engine. There's also a character who talks with a British accent and has red hair, just like Agent Smith. Another character says "I'll swallow your soul" in a similarly creepy way that Agent Smith does. In one scene, the main character looks into a mirror and sees a much older version of himself on the other side. In a later scene, he looks into the same mirror and this time sees himself as an old man. Soon, he sees his old man reflection kill himself. Towards the end of the movie, there is another scene where he sees himself as an even older man. At one point, a large group of people try to kill the main character. They appear to him as demonic ghosts screaming at him. The main character also says that he could have everything he ever wanted. When you hear that, it sort of sounds like the famous line in The Simpsons where Bart says "I didn't ask for much." A minor character is a parody of Ned Flanders from The Simpsons named Ned Flatpoint. The very name of the main character, Lart, is a parody of Homer Simpson's name, Homer. He is also much fatter and eats a lot more than Homer does. The film has a lot of swearing in it. This is odd considering that you're watching this on the TV channel not rated. You don't even think it was rated at all. It's a bizarre experience. The whole time you're watching this you're thinking, when does this movie end? Eventually, it gets to a point in which the action has died down enough for the credits to roll, or so you think. Instead, the movie starts playing out many scenes over again. Some of them are repeated up to 4 times. What the heck is going on here? You're starting to get really bored and want to turn off the TV, but something is stopping you from doing so. You want to yell at your parents, but you can't seem to find the strength to do that either. Finally, the movie ends and the TV turns off by itself. You sigh with relief and go talk with your parents for a bit until bedtime rolls around. Then you try to sleep and wait for tomorrow to come. You wake up the next day and check the TV, only to find that cable has been disconnected. You try to watch TV anyway, but to no avail. Wherever you go in the house, you can't help but notice a strange odor permeating the air. It's not an unpleasant smell by any means. Just very strong and noticeable. "Mom, I can't watch TV." You yell. "Why is the cable disconnected?" Your mom doesn't answer, but instead you hear a knock on the front door. When you open it, you find a man in a red suit standing there with a big bag of toys for you. "Hello there, young man," the stranger says. "I was in the neighborhood and I heard you didn't have a toy this year. Well, being the nice guy that I am, I decided to bring some toys over for you." You take one look at the big red bag and your eyes grow wide. You can barely believe all the toys that are just sitting there, calling out to you. "I was thinking about what you wanted for Christmas a couple days ago," the man continues. "Of course, I couldn't get any of those big-ticket items, but I think these will do." He hands you a card and you look it over. It seems that all the toys in the bag have been paid for ahead of time. Even the most expensive items like video games and remote control cars are there. "Why are you doing this?" You ask. "Who are you?" "I told you, kid, I'm Santa Claus. You don't look like Father Christmas. He's fat and wears red." "Father Christmas isn't a real person, kid. He's a fairy tale character.